of the decade. Bear in mind that this is my personal list with some bias towards newer games, so if your favorite is not listed, do pop it in the comments below. And one game that we sadly have to say goodbye to is Rogue Legacy, the game that got me into indie gaming in the first place, since we start the list with Dead Cells, the roguelite action platformer that arguably refined that roguelite gameplay loop to the highest extent. This is one for the Discord fam of having Metroidvania elements in the genre with multiple paths, but it just feels so good to play, from rolling and smashing through doors to butt stomping on enemies. The upgrade system is very compelling, but can feel like a little bit of a grind, but it has certainly popularized an art style which we will be seeing more of in the years ahead.
Looking for a free project management solution that's actually free? With QuickUp, here's just a taste of what you can get for free. Use docs to collaborate more efficiently, track your team's talent, and visualize.
I'll be honest, I have yet to play Minecraft myself for whatever reason, but my crafting survival game of choice has to be Terraria. I really enjoy the gameplay loop in this, but in addition to the sandbox aspect, there are boss fights in this as well. If you are familiar with crafting games, you are dropped into a procedurally generated world and have to go about mining and gathering resources to build tools and weapons to explore even further. In the many years since launch, this has continued to be patched with even more content, with that timeless pixel art look, and as a result, is one of the most feature-dense packages out there. While I'm not up to date with the game, the sheer amount of new stuff and the insanity that I see in the trailer makes me want to go back, so perhaps it is time for a little visit. I honestly believe that most modern action games like Katana Zero, Ruiner, and even Ape-Out can be traced back to one very important game, and that is 2012's Hotline Miami, which in 2020 I believe is still worth checking out. This is an action title where you play as perhaps a mentally disturbed serial killer being egged on by a voice on the telephone to kill a ton of Russian mafia members, where different masks gives you different abilities, but the core action, raw brutality, and instant reset loop kept me playing. So many titles have that indescribable Hotline Miami feel, so the OG certainly is one of the significant titles of the decade. When we talk about art in games, Cuphead would certainly come in front and center, since this is an action platformer that is primarily a boss rush title with some linear run and gun levels. Ever since it popped up in a sizzle reel during one of the E3s, the look resembling 1930s cartoons immediately captured the hearts of many, since it just looks awesome. Cuphead and Mugman got into trouble with the devil gambling at his casino and must help the devil recover the souls of all those in debt or risk losing their own. This is one of the more challenging titles, since the bosses have different stages with different attack patterns, and the sheer amount of stuff on screen in the later levels can be quite distracting. However, it is so satisfying when you do finally beat a boss, and even better if done flawlessly. But coming back to the art, a real top-notch title.
Профессия администратор онлайн-школ очень востребована. Заработок от 100 тысяч и более, как вы видели на HeadHunter. Вакансий много и предложений много. На своем бесплатном мастер-классе я расскажу, почему сейчас нужно осваивать данную профессию, почему мы готовы давать вам заказы и почему рынок образования вырос уже до миллиардных оборотов.
At the time, my 2017 Game of the Year was Slime Rancher, an adorable farming sim that has you wrangling slimes on the far, far range. I love building pens, capturing slimes, feeding them, selling their poop for money, and building up and upgrading both the ranch and your equipment. I often talk about exploration in games, and Slime Rancher does this very nicely with a large variety of environments ranging from caves, jungles, deserts, and more. But there isn't really a strong narrative hook. Despite this, the little bits of lore and story revealed is compelling, and in the years since then, free content patches have been applied, adding even more systems, mechanics, and slimes, like automation using drones, a digital world, and more.
Что
2016's The Witness is a puzzle game that takes the concept of line mazes and makes it so much more. Explore this beautiful, lush island, solving puzzles, unlocking doors, and activating towers in order to get to the heart of the island and to solve its mystery. If you thought line mazes were simple, be prepared for a rude awakening, since things quickly escalate, with puzzles in each area having their own rules and logic to them. What is most interesting is that there are puzzles that are not explicitly framed as such.
Зарабатывай уже, да, давай, пожалуйста. Наоборот, наоборот. Критерии. Нормально, значит, играет он, ненормально это все, да. Да он сильно пошел. Он нормально играет, потому что играет, он нормально, блин. На себе так думает. Он о себе так думал просто, да. Ну нет, наоборот. Да, ну когда он о себе и думает. Ну да, да. Да наоборот, что такое? Нормально, нормально! Ну, нормально, значит, и все, да. Да наоборот. На тебе так, да нет, на себе так, да. Ну, нормально, значит, играет он просто все, да. О себе он так говорил. Да. Не умеешь играть, и все, да. Ну нет, ну да, блин. А, ну да. Да. С ветерком, дуй ветерком. Как так?